techniques of operational research. Okay, so what are the quantitative techniques used in operational research problem? Linear programming, non-linear programming, integer programming, dynamic programming, code programming, game theory, inventory control, simulation, and then Queenie theory. So in operational research, we discuss the linear programming problem, then game theory problem, queuing theory also. Okay. So in the next unit here, inventory control we discuss in detail, game theory, queuing theory. Okay. So these are the quantitative techniques is used in operational research. So the operational research uses the quantitative technique, which is suitable technique or a tools available from the field of mathematical purpose, statistics, cost analysis, or some numerical calculations. Okay, so these are the different, by using this type of quantitative techniques, we can solve the mathematical problem, statistic problem, cost analysis problem, numerical calculations also. The next part is the models in operational research. Okay, so in operational research, there are three basic models are used. First is the physical model, then symbolic models, and historic models. So first, we discuss the physical model. So when we present a real life situation in some abstract from whether the physical or a mathematical, bringing out the relationship of its important ingredients. So we call it as a model. So the models need not describe all the aspects of this situation, but it should signify and identify the important factors and their interrelationship to describe the total situations. So in the physical model, it provides the physical appearances of the real object under the study of either reduced in the size or scaled up. So the physical models are useful only in the design problems because they are easy to observe, build and describe. Okay, so this physical model is useful for designing the problems because if you are designing the problems, so they are easy to observe, build and easily understandable. Okay. So the physical models are classified into the two categories. The first is the iconic models and the second one is the analogy models. So in the iconic model, this model represents the system as it is but in the different size. Okay, system represent करेंगे but different size के अंदर. So the iconic models are obtained by enlarging or reducing the size of the system. By using the iconic model, we can enlarge or reduce the size of the system. So in other words, they are images. So in the iconic models, they are images. So what are the examples of iconic model? Are blueprints of a home, maps, globes, photographs, drivings, airplanes, trains, etc. So these are the examples of iconic models where we are enlarging or reducing the size of the system and also represent the system as it is but in the different sizes. Okay. The second one is the analogy model. Okay, so in this analogy models, these models do not look like a real situation, but it represent and behave like a system under study. So, for example, the organization chart represents the structure, authority, and responsibilities relationship with the boxes and arrows, and maps in a different colors represent the water, desert, and other geographical features. Okay, so this is an analogy model. The second model of operational research is a symbolic model. So this model uses the symbolic data, that is letters or some numbers. Okay, symbols means what? Letters, some letters or numbers. So this model uses some letters and numbers and functions also. So to represent the variables and their relationship to describe the property of the system. Okay, if we are having the two symbols and we are applying some function for that symbols, which is called as a variable. Symbols is also called as a variable. So we are applying some functions on that variables or relationship to describe the property of the system. So these models are also used to represent the relationship which can be represented in the physical form. So these symbolic models are characterized into the two techniques, the verbal model and mathematical model. So in a verbal model, this model describes the situation in a written or spoken languages. So written sentences like books, etc. So example for the verbal models. So these are the example for the verbal model, that is written sentences, books, etc. Then second symbolic model is a mathematical model. So this model involves some use of mathematical symbols, letter, number, mathematical operators like plus, minus, multiplication, division. So by using these mathematical operators to represent the relationship among the various variables. Okay. So what are the letters? So if we are having the equation like a plus b. So where a and b are the two variables and plus is the relationship between these two variables. Clear? So here, so these are the mathematical operators to represent the relationship between these two variables or two or more than two variables of the system to describe its properties or a behavior. Property means what? Variables. Okay, मतलब और behaviors means what? जो भी हमने वेरिएबल्स यूज किए उसके ऊपर कौन सा फंक्शन हमें अप्लाई करना है, प्लस माइनस मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिवीजन है अनदर मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेटर, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ बिहेवियर. Okay, state means यहाँ पे properties means what? Variables, and behaviors means what? Which action perform on that particular property. So this is called as a behavior. Clear? Then third is the heuristic model. So in this model, it uses the intuitive rules or guidelines to solve the particular problem. So these models are not based on any definite mathematical expression or a relationship, but problem solving based on a past experiences or approach formulated on the basis of a definite stepped procedure. Okay, so जो भी heuristic models होगा वहाँ पे हम जो भी heuristic models होगा जिसके अंदर हम मैथमेटिकल प्रॉब्लम्स या फिर रिलेशनशिप नहीं यूज करेंगे, मतलब बाय यूजिंग मैथमेटिकल ऑपरेटर्स और एक्सप्रेशन वी आर नॉट सॉल्विंग द प्रॉब्लम. ओके, so in a heuristic model we are solving the problems based on a past experiences. So these models needs an ample amount of creativity and experience by the decision maker. So based on the past experiences and creativity, the decision will take and solve the particular problem. So this is a heuristic model. So here we discuss the models of operational research. First is the physical model. In that there are two categories: iconic model, analogy model. Then we discuss the symbolic model. verbal models, mathematical models, and the third point is a heuristic models. The next part is a decision making in operational research. Okay, so as I said earlier, the operational research plays an important role in every organization, especially in a decision making process. So, so many times we speak of the word decision. So if we know much about the decision, but what is the decision? So, so what it consists of, what are the characteristics of this decision. So in a operational research, a decision is the conclusion of a process designed designed to weigh the relative uses or utilities of a set of alternatives on hand so that the decision maker selects the best alternative which is best to his problems or situations and implement it. So the decision making involves all the activities and thinking that are necessary to identify the most optimal or a preferred choice among the available alternatives. Okay, if you have the multiple output or a optimal result, so decision making involves in the concept of by using the decision making we will choose one available alternatives or a most optimal alternatives. So the basic requirements of the decision makings required first is a set of goals or objectives. Then second one is the methods of evaluating the alternatives in an objective manner. And third one is the system of choice criteria and the methods of projecting the repercussions of alternatives choices of the courses of action. So, so the evaluation of consequences of each course action is important due to the sequential nature of decisions. So the process of decision making consists of two phases. The first phase is the consist of formulation of the goal and objective, enumeration of environmental constraints, identification and evaluation of alternatives. And the second phase is deals with the selection of optimal courses of action for a given set of constraints. So these are the two main phases in a decision making. So in operational research, we are concerned with how to choose optimal strategy under the specified set of assumptions, including all the available strategies and their associated payoffs. So, in operational research, the decision making classified into the different ways depending upon the criteria or the purpose of the classification. Some of them are here. The decision depending upon the purpose, then decision is depending on the nature, then decision is depending on the persons involved, then decision is depending on the sphere of interest. Okay, then decision is depending on the time horizon. So these are the different criteria for the decision making in operational research. So this is a purpose. The decision depending on the purpose, the strategic related to the external environment, then administrative resource utilization of an organization, then operational related to day repetitive work. In a depending on the nature, so these are the two uh, characterize these parties characterized into the two parts. The program decision meant for the repetitive and well structured problems, inventory problems, product mix problem, etc. But in a non-program decision, it meant for the non-routine novel, yield structure problem, policy matter, product market mix, plant location, etc. So, depending on the persons involved, so the individual or managerial. Then same for this, depending on the sphere of interest, economic, social, business, political, social. Then the decision depending on the time horizon, static or dynamic. So one decision for entire plan period, that is the static plan. We are not changing the plan day by day. And in a dynamic, decisions are sequential. We are changing the time zone here in a sequential manner. So decision may also be classified depending on the situation, such as degree of certainty. So for example, here the first is a decision maker under certainty, then decision maker under uncertainty. So this is a complete uncertainty, the complete certainty from uncertainty to the certainty. So this is a degree of certainty. And then third one is a decision making under risk. So the first two are two extremes, and the third one is falls between these two with the certain probability distribution. This is a complete certainty and uncertainty. So this is a decision making under uncertainty and under uncertainty. Okay, clear this part. The next is a advantages of operational research. So the operational research is useful for improving the quality of managerial decision making. So by using various tools and techniques of operational research, we can get optimal solution of that particular problem. So what are the advantages of operational research? So it compels the decision maker to be quite explicit about his objective, assumptions, and his perspective to the constraints. Then second advantage is it makes the decision maker to very careful about what variables influence the decision. Okay, quickly points out the gaps in the data required to support the workable solutions to a problem. And last is that it models can be solved by a computer, so the management can get enough time for the decision that require the quantitative approach. Then what are the limitations of operational research? Often solution to a problem is derived either by making it simplified or simplifying the assumptions, and thus the such solutions have a limitations. The second one is the sometimes the models do not represent the realistic situations in which decision must be made. Then the third limitation is often decision makers is not fully aware of the limitations of the models that he is using. The last limitation is the many real world problems just cannot have any operational research solution. Then next part is the applications of operational research. So in that some of the industrial or government or some business problems which can be analyzed by the operational research approach. So these are the different functional areas of applications in a OR technique. The first is a financial and accounting, marketing, production management, personal management, techniques and general management, stock reordering policies, transport schedules, product mix and production flows, allocation problems, that is which job should be allocated to which machine, then time wasted queuing at issuing counters, scheduling of activities in a complex project, and last is a general conjunction problem.